Welcome to In Search of Food, where cooking and eating out does not have to be expensive, where I ignore the Michelin stars and find value for a meal.
Welcome back to In Search for Food. Once again, I'm Anton Ng, and thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, we're going to be making hot pot. 多謝咁多位翻嚟睇我個 YouTube 頻道，我叫吳應總。今日我會打詠聊，我會介紹你乜係打詠聊。
Now, what is hot pot? Hot pot basically is cooking beef, vegetables, and other items in a soup-based broth. Why did they call it hot pot? Because hot pot is cooked in a hot pot. Let me explain. Now let's talk about the items that you need to use to create hot pot. The first thing you need is a hot pot. This is a hot pot. So this is where you will put your soup-based broth in, and this is where you will cook your meats, your vegetables, and so forth. So this is a hot pot. The reason why this is a hot pot is the pot is going to be hot. And how do you cook a hot pot? There's two ways you can cook your hot pot. You either can plug it in the wall and add heat to the bottom of your hot pot, or you can use a fire-based burner like this one, which requires you to put in butane cans in here. So once you start up your hot surface, you will put your hot pot on top, and then you will wait until your soup-based broth boils, and then you would dip your meats, your vegetables, and so forth into the hot broth. And this is what hot pot is. Before you start cooking hot pot, there are many accessories that you need to make your hot pot journey successful. Now let's look at the tools and the accessories you need to cook hot pot. First of all, you need a couple of these, a couple of strainers. These strainers will help you strain the meat out of the hot pot. And one other thing you will need is a pair of tongs. This is so you can pick up your raw items and put it inside your hot pot raw. And then you can use, each person will have their own strainer, which they can strain their items out of the hot pot. So these are the two accessories you need for cooking hot pot: your tongs and your strainers. Before we start the hot pot, I like to prepare my soup base ahead of time in a pot on the stove. So first we'll start off with the pot, and then we'll fill the pot with cold water. Now the water has started to boil. We're going to add items to the water to make the soup-based broth for the hot pot. First of all, I would like to add a couple of slices of ginger. Add a couple of slices of ginger in the pot. And then I would like to add some Napa cabbage. When using Napa cabbage, I'd like to add the thick pieces first. And then at the end I would like to add a couple of mushrooms. And that is my broth-based for the hot pot. So we'll let that cook for a while, and then I'm gonna pour these ingredients into the hot pot. Now let's talk about the dipping sauces that we're going to use for the hot pot. Over here we have some vinegar, and then we have some hoisin sauce, and then we have soy sauce, and then we have hot sauce. You can choose whichever sauces you want for dipping sauces. You can mix them together. These are the selection of sauces I enjoy using. Now let's talk about today's menu for the hot pot. Here's today's menu. Now let's take a look at the items for the hot pot dinner tonight. Let's start on the left side. Here we have the Napa cabbage. The Napa cabbage will be the base for the broth for the hot pot. And then over here we have the sliced beef. And then to the end we have the sliced pork. And then we have mushrooms. And over here we have the shrimp. And down over here we have the fish balls with beef in the center, and then to finish it off I have some ramen noodles to put in the broth. Now the water is boiling and it's ready for hot pot. Now let's see. Let's start putting items in the hot pot. Let's start off with putting a couple of shrimp in the hot pot. Some nice yummy shrimp. I like these shrimp. They're nice and big and jumbo, but they're not too big. Let's put 2 shrimp in there for now. And let's let all the stuff cook. Now let's not forget to put some beef and some pork in there. So let me grab a couple of slices of pork and let's put some pork in the hot pot. And once the stuff cooks, it cooks very quickly. Once it begins to cook, like almost real quickly, we can take this out right away and put it in the bowl and start to eat. So this is what hot pot is.
Thanks for watching me make hot pot. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, without you the viewer there will be no channel. Greatly appreciated for watching. 多謝咁多位睇我嘅 YouTube 頻道做呢個打詠聯，唔好唔記得，冇你睇我嘅 YouTube 頻道，我會冇呢個電台。多謝你睇，多謝你睇，唔好唔記得 like and subscribe。多謝你先。帶你次我會介紹好嘢俾你食。